Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending today's webinar. My name is Mark Landholm, and I'm a national marketer here at Premier Life Annuities. Today's webinar, we're going to be talking about traditional life insurance and the tools we have available on our new, on our web page. It's not our new web page, but we've added several new tools and pieces of information on our webpage that's going to assist you in selling and getting involved with traditional life insurance. First off, I'd like to start off with what is traditional life insurance? Well, my basic difference on the traditional life insurance is a product where you, the agent, will want to see the client on an annual basis. Life insurance, traditional life insurance, is much more than just a death benefit, and it's paying for a funeral and much, much more. And with that comes challenges. There comes underwriting and product variations. So we're going to address those issues with the tools we're announcing and putting together on our web page for you, the agent, to use. These are tools that are freely available. There's no password. There's no login features. It's on our web page for you to get at any time, and many of them are downloadable into a PDF form so you can store them on your computer. All products in traditional life insurance are underwritten. And let me repeat that. Every product in a traditional life insurance is underwritten, and it involves underwriting, even the simplified issue. Simplified issue in our product line means only there's no blood and urine tests or no paramed. But they're all underwritten, and there's background checks that go with that, and consequently, you need to be aware of that. Today, we're going to give you those few tools on our webpage to assist you in selling the right product to match your client's needs and conditions. To be successful in traditional life insurance, you'll need to strive for a 75% placement ratio. So these tools are there to help you attain that placement. And so what we're going to be mainly concerned about is field underwriting. First off, we're going to start with training and education. Well, that's a new tab on our webpage. We're going to have educational information on the different types of products. The one piece that we have is Life Insurance 101. It's a piece by American General that explains the differences between term insurance, UL insurance, GUL, and IUL insurance. We're going to have directions for application and cover letters, two features that are very important in getting a application issued. We're going to have links to companies for product guides and brochures all in one place. These links will require you to be appointed with those companies and have password and login information for each company, but it's going to be a concise one area to get all the links that we have available. We're also going to have some comparison charts that'll compare different companies and certain features with those companies and what products are available. We also have a complete section of instructions for iPipeline and iGo e-apps. We've had a lot of questions on those applications and those features, and we go through the training. We now have links to instructions and instructional videos. Second area will be underwriting, and this is basically addressing field underwriting, areas where you as an agent need to be concerned and make sure you have the right product and match the client with his needs and his health conditions so that you sell the right product for him. We have a fact finder. It's something that all of us have been using, and we have been trying to get out to the agents. Now you have a place to download it anytime you need to refresh that. We're going to have the questionnaires. We do have them on our website. Right now we have over 50 different questionnaires. These are questionnaires that address specific conditions that your client may have, and they can be sent back to us where we find the best company for that particular condition he may have. We have the X-ray link, which we have had over the years, which is a underwriting assisting program and pricing. We have the product search engine, where you can find different products with all our companies and find the specific underwriting guides and also the requirements for that product as to whether it's just a paramed or an EKG or if they need motor vehicle report. And we have some comparison underwriting charts. Lab definitions. One of the things that's we have available right now is 2 pages on lab definitions. When you get that blood and urine test back with the client, and the client has it, and he may have some questions before he takes it to his doctor. That's the #1 place to it. But there are some things in here, and you can answer some questions. What are they testing for when they do the lab tests at the paramed? We also have the term GUO quote engine, where there is no change on that particular tab on our web page, but we may go through a quote, an actual example, to show you the tools that are available if we have time. And we also have the forms tab, where you can download applications and product service forms for all the companies that we have that's on that page, and also it is an access to the iGo e-app. Carriers, list of carriers, no change in that tab. So now we're ready to begin and go to our web page and start showing what we have added. First, go to our premier smi.com web page. It should take you right to our web page that has all our divisions: senior marketing, life annuities, planning, and LTC brokerage. What we're going to be concentrating on is on our life insurance tab. Just place the mouse over the blue banner, click, and don't even need to click, but it should get a drop-down menu. Today we're going to start with training and education. It's going to see the additions we have. First off is Insurance 101. This is a PowerPoint presentation done by American General, of which we are gladly tapped into. It will download a PowerPoint that goes through and explains term life insurance, UL life insurance, and IUL life insurance from American General's point of view. This is the first one we've gotten. We will be adding additional ones from other companies in the near future, and also some of our own definitions and items of information. First off, we're going to probably add also the definitions on the different riders. A lot of questions come up with that. So please take your time, go through these slides, educate yourself on, if you do have some questions on differences, what is the difference between whole life and guaranteed UL? What is the difference between a guaranteed UL and just a straight UL, current rate UL? And then what is MEC, modified endowment contract? So these items can be obtained in Life Insurance 101. Second area is how to fill out an application. As these PDF information downloaded, and you can see on the screen, it is downloading. It should be actually on your computer and is saved to your documents files or wherever you have. We have some information here on why it's a good idea to fill out the app. With traditional life insurance, incomplete applications slow down applications. cause delays, and most importantly, it is the legal responsibility of the agent to ask those questions and fill them out completely. Life insurance is very important to not skip over and leave things blank or not ask the questions and just fill them in with something that's not truthfully answered by the client, and should be all, complete and accurate. Cover letters. Cover letters are probably one of the least used, best item to make sure you get your application issued and you as the agent get paid. Cover letters are very important, and we should get in the habit of writing one with every life insurance application. Cover letters basically are an introduction of yourself, identifying the client, giving the underwriter the impression of you know the client, you've asked him questions, we're going to explain and give to the underwriter all the background information in a concise manner, how you came up with the insurance, how you justify the amount of the insurance, and that you've researched all his past life insurance needs, replacement, number one, and the amount of life insurance he has in force, and you've researched and addressed his medical history and his family history. Once you put all this together, along with the owner and beneficiary, especially if the owner and beneficiary are different people. The owner is generally the person being insured. Beneficiaries are usually the spouse or the kids. But if it's anything different than that, we need to help explain the relationship, whether it's its place of work, and what the responsibilities of those beneficiaries are, and the loss, the economic loss that would occur. Cover letters, as a general rule, should go with every traditional life insurance, and it will help the underwriter understand who we're dealing with and that the agent has done their job in field underwriting. Next place is insurance carrier information. One of the things that we've added is a comparison area for the company grid, we call it. This will list each company that we represent and the type of products that company has. So, for an example, let's get this moved up a little bit so we can see. But with American General, as we go across here, we see that we offer term, return of premium term, UL products, index UL, and guaranteed no lapse UL. They also have the survivor, second to die, terminal illness, accidental death, chronic illness, critical illness, and those type of riders we have listed here. Spousal rider. Spousal rider is you can write one policy and have a term insurance for the spouse on the husband's policy, or vice versa. And if they have a table shaving program. So print this grid out. We will be adding all our companies to it. Right now we have most of them here and available, and it is a very handy tool to find which product, if you're selling whole life, which products and which companies have the whole life product that we want, and if you want that whole life product to have living benefits or some other rider available. Minimum face amounts. once you're into doing life insurance, we have a table that will appear here that shows which products have that minimum face amount. So if you're selling a $50,000 policy, and you want it to be permanent, some life insurance companies do not offer that low a face amount on a UL product. So we've got the minimum face amounts listed by company and by product. So with American General, or let's take North American, 100,000 is the minimum on the term insurance. With UL, they have products that will go down to 25,000. And with the Index Universal Life, they go down to 25,000. The UL products down to 25,000 are primarily for clients over the age of 60. So those are also indications, but there is a product out there with those minimums. To get into specific guidelines with each product, please give us a call initially here at Premier, but we should be able to find a product in their portfolio with each of these companies down to those particular minimum face amounts. Company underwriting guidelines. Here is a list of all our carriers. Each of these carriers is a link to their web page. So here's the link that in a concise one-page area where if you want to get information and download for a surety on any product that they have or that we offer, we're going to pop up, go to their web page, and you will then click on their agent center and log in to their web page with your password and codes particular to each of these companies. Once you're appointed, you'll get those passwords and codes, so keep those handy. Forms, apps, and services. We've created a second link to our forms page. That way you can go back to the basic search, advanced search, search by form, or another link to the iGo e-app. We'll go through this if we have some time at the end of all the new tools. INSMARC reports and working with it. Several of our suppliers use INSMARC, and INSMARC is a comparison tool. It compares life insurance, and mostly cash value life insurance, or even term insurance, to investing in other avenues. INSMARC uses a report by comparing the life insurance that you have sold and then compare it to annuities, savings account, or money market, and gives you a report as to which is going to be the best investment, or how does life insurance fit into somebody's financial plan. We have linked with American General again here, and we'll be linking with North American, LSW, and several other companies that use INSMARC to compare their products. But INSMARC is a very handy tool for those investment conscious individuals and clients that you may have. So each one of these is a link to our companies and their home web page. So we'll go back. That's company information. The last area in the training and education is our iPipeline directions and training tools. The number one area that I'd like to direct you to, and the one to start out with, would be the bottom one here, iPipeline training. This will connect you to the iGo Pipeline web page, and the most questions we get is with iGo training. There is an iGo training video library that this connects you to that takes you through each area of a e-app using our iGo system. So it takes you to creating a login, accessing the actual information, case dashboard in good order applications, locking the case, making sure it can't be changed, and ready to send in, and then e-signing that application either by face-to-face and printing the actual product or signature page and have the client sign it in front of you, or doing an email signature. It also goes through the drop ticket. Drop tickets are becoming more and more popular. That is a way to get a product sold by not even requirement of you don't have to be in front of the client. You can get the information basically and tell the insurance company, Joe Blow is interested in life insurance. Here's the product he wants. Here's his contact information. You send that off to the insurance company. Then when the paramed comes out and sees that client, and they call the client and schedule an appointment, they get most of the HIPAA and the application and all the forms signed by the client at that time. So drop tickets are becoming a very popular and large portion of the traditional life insurance business. But even with that, you need to be aware that field underwriting is going to be required, and that you put this client in interest with life insurance. You want to know and be assured that you're selling them or they're applying for the right product. So field underwriting is going to be important. So those are some tools on our training and education. Future information will come in with more Insurance 101 specifically. So we have information on term, GUL, IULs with the different companies and what their differences are. We also will have the riders. Each rider and a definition of what is a disability income rider. What is the difference between that and a waiver of premium rider? That's some information. And what is the difference with a waiver of premium that pays your actual premium or just pays the cost of the insurance? So look for those changes as we add and go forward. We're working on them at this time. And by the way, we'll be doing questions at the end, so make sure you write down some questions on the chat or questions, raise your hand. I'll try to address them at the end. The other significant area that we've added and addressed and put more information out is the underwriting page. In the underwriting page, we have a risk assessment. The risk assessment is a request for underwriting. That is an email form that you send to us with information that you want on a client and want contact to discuss, I have a client, what do I do with him? The fact finder is our general questions that everyone in the traditional life insurance field should be using. Fact finder and did it show up? Click that again. There it is. Fact finder is general questions on life insurance where you put in the proposed policy, client information, and then it addresses many of the health conditions that you can ask questions and reminds you to ask those questions of that client. And the medications, make sure you get a complete list of medications, including medications that are probably not prescribed, but they're taking over the counter. Cancer history, heart history, diabetes, several other major areas. And then it also affects and should be asked is their motor vehicle, recreational hobbies, and hazardous occupations. Motor vehicle is something the underwriters look at as to lifestyle, and this affects mortality. If you've got 40 speeding tickets in the last 5 years, maybe you are a little bit of a risk for life insurance. So they do look at that, and that's an area that we need to have the agents look at and ask those questions so that you get the right company matched up. Skydiving, rock climbing, those kind of flying an airplane are also areas of concern. And certain occupations, police, firefighter, and those kind of things are also risks with certain companies. Along with any criminal activity that has happened over the history of that individual, those affect underwriting and sometimes can make those clients or prospects uninsurable, so please check. The last area is additional information, which goes along with like the cover letter. Put any additional information here, positive or negative. It does help if there's some conditions up there to add positive information. If they have had a heart attack or stent or something like that, they're doing exercise, and this is the exercise routine they're doing, and they're a member of a gym club or something like that they've been doing, and losing weight. All that information is assisting in getting us the right product on an underwriting basis. Questionnaires. Here's the one that I think is one of the most important areas for you, the agent. There are, I'll get that blown up a little bit here, but there are 50 different questionnaires that we have listed here, and we'll be adding more. It's in alphabetical order, so please look through. They are particular questionnaires that have to do with a condition that if we can get answers, we can be assured that we're getting them to the right insurance company, the right product, and the right rating that you can allow to sell that product. For instance, we'll open up the arthritis. Questionnaire. And here again, we have detailed questions specific to arthritis or that condition. Try to not let any of these questions go unanswered. Put not known or something in there, but all of these questions are very important to an underwriter. We take these questionnaires, we take them out to underwriters for each company that has a product we feel is available or applicable to that client and his needs, and we find out and get written results back from those underwriters that with this information, this client is standard, or this could be preferred, or this client could be table rated. Table ratings go all the way up to table 12 and table 16. So it has a big effect on the price for that client. So there are several of them here. Like I said, 50 of them. Pay attention, look at those, download them as you need them. X-ray. X-ray is a underwriting program that we have through iPipeline that if you're writing more than one company of ours, but it's best if it's up to 5, 6, or 7 companies you're underwriting for us, we can get you access. We pay for the access for that underwriting product, and you can put in a lot of this information yourself, and it will come back based on that information. Here is the ratings and the different companies, and give you a price comparison. If it's information that is not addressed, there's 100 different pages that can be put in here, but there's outside those areas for the agent. It has a description area. that area then, once you put that in and you want more information or more detailed, you can then add information to that, and it automatically emails to us at Premier. We then take that information and can go to individual underwriters and find out what information more do we need, what is the rating based on the information the agent has given us. So it's a two-step process, one that you can go into, add information, compare the companies that you're appointed with, and then one that you can send an email to us, and we can go outside that information and go into more detail and drill down into that product and that conditions for your client. Product search. We added this last September to our webpage, but it's a very handy tool if you're looking for specific products and know you're going to be selling a product or want to compare products. If we look at North American, for example, we can click on North American company. We can pull up then their Advantage Term 20, and we can then also pull up their product features, underwriting guides, build chart, or underwriting requirements. If you leave the area blank and just hit lookup, it will pull up all of those features. So we can go through this, and one of the things I like to show is a rider summary. What is available on that product? Accelerated benefit endorsement, in other words, terminal illness, child term rider, waiver of term premium, for a disability rider. So it just has a waiver of premium once you are disabled on this product. It also gives you the modal factors, if you're selling it monthly or semi-annually. If you've priced it out annually, it gives you the modal factor to multiply that annual premium to get a monthly premium. Underwriting guidelines, it also has each information as to avocation and blood pressure, alcohol history, super preferred, no treatment or abuse within the last 10 years. They go back 10 years. Preferred is 7 years. Build charts, it has the individual build charts also. So with each company, we have that access, and each product, we have that. And then you can view and print. That'll put it into a PDF form to store and show your client. And we can do that with, like I said, all our companies that are in iPipeline, along with all the products they have in iPipeline. We'll go back. Exam carriers. Here is a list of our paramed participants so that you can order your own paramed. These are links to that paramed company, so you can get on their webpage and actually order parameds if that you so desire. Majority of our agents choose to let us order the paramed. That way we can help you keep track of that paramed and use it for other companies if there is a need down the road. Now we'll go through some comparison charts that we have for underwriting. First one I'm going to show is a standard build chart. This is going to show us a comparison of all companies and their standard breakdown. Where it's standard is the weight limit for each of those companies. We've also got a column on there that shows the uninsurable weight. So in other words, we show a height on the left-hand side and the corresponding maximum weight for standard non-tobacco. And this is first built on a male, so we'll be adding female charts in other areas. But basically, this gives you a concise chart with every company and their maximum weight for standard. The last area here is max uninsurable. If they're over that weight and that height, they are basically uninsurable. So to give you an example, myself, I'm 5'8", 5'7.5", I guess. And when somebody asks me what I'm up to, I usually say at least 220. So we'll use that weight for this. And if we scroll down and drill down into this, we can see at 5'8", 220, I'm right on the line with American National as to being standard. I'm okay with these companies. Well, Baltimore Life, I sure don't want to apply as a standard with Baltimore Life. And we can go right on down the line that pretty much eliminated Baltimore Life so far. And then I come to Sagicor, I'm also eliminated. So I should fit into standard almost on every company except two. And I'm going to stay away from those companies when I apply for any life insurance on that. The average will also give you just a quick idea if somebody's in that build range, that majority of the companies I should be standard at 5'8", 220. But if I'm over 330, where I'm saying at least, I'm in trouble. Traditional life insurance is probably not an option. In that case, when you do get individuals that are in those weight ranges, please fill out the weight and build questionnaire, get them to us. We'll go out and find and see if there's any table shaving programs and other companies that have flexible room on that max weight based on their health conditions. We also have a preferred build chart. Same type of chart, but it's giving you the maximum weight for each company at their preferred tobacco or non-tobacco weights. We've got income replacement. Income replacement is very important. This is the reason for buying traditional life insurance in most cases. You're replacing that breadwinner's income. Several of them, companies have different requirements. In other words, those companies will insure if you're making $50,000 a year and you're 35 years old. Let's take, for instance, Lincoln. You can buy life insurance up to 30 times your annual income with no questions asked. As far as financial, they will allow you to have that amount of life insurance total, either on this application and your life insurance that is in force if you have other policies, up to 30 times your annual wage. So it's a very handy tool. Some companies are a little less than that. If you're on that verge of trying to push as much life insurance for the reason of income replacement only. Now there are other reasons for life insurance, such as covering debt, buy-sell agreements, key man insurance, and those kind of things, where annual earned income isn't quite as much of a factor, and other financial considerations come in. But in most cases with traditional life insurance, most agents use income replacement as the reason for life insurance. So be aware of, the older you get, the less income you have. So if you're at 65, as you can see, most companies only allow you 10 times your annual income. The other areas that are important are tobacco, where we can compare. The other one that's become a hot subject right now is the marijuana, and which companies are available for that. We'll pull that one up just to give you an idea of what's available out there. We've got just a few companies that have published marijuana rates and charts. One of the ones I find most interesting is United of Omaha, where they have specific levels of tested, it's the tested level of the THC, that is nanograms in milliliters of THC in their sample. If it's less than 100 and they're admitted to 1 marijuana per week, they would be standard. If it's 500 nanograms, that means they're doing multiple a day, it's a decline. So based on those levels, they are giving you standard, table 2, table 4, and decline based on their tested levels. I think this is probably a direction that many of the insurance companies will be going, and those that don't have published are probably looking at these this information in your tests. Blood pressure, cholesterol, we also give the maximum blood pressure readings for insurability or standard on this chart with each individual. What we'll find is a particular blood pressure reading of what I've seen is 140/90 is typical of most of the companies to be standard or preferred. Not much difference between preferred and standard, so use this information to assist your client in being prepared that possibly they could be preferred or standard. If it's outside these ranges, we know pretty well that they're going to be table rated. And each company has slightly different with age ranges in there. Last piece of information is the lab definitions that we have on our new web page, chemistry panel. This is a complete explanation of the types of information you're going to see on blood and urine tests. What does each of these figures mean? CMM, that's cells per cubic millimeter, international units and those kind of things. They also then give you a information as to healthy range, highlighted here in yellow, for each of these particular chemicals and information that is found on blood and urine tests. I'm not going to go into each one of them, but this addresses a majority of what insurance companies test for, and then also the ability to read those tests. A more concise area, is this 5 categories that insurance companies do check and what it affects when you do have blood and urine tests, and what is your client going to be tested for. So the heart and arteries areas, these are the information and what high readings mean when they do get back a high reading. Kidney and bladder, liver, some of these chemicals and indicators are even things that their doctor do not test for. So several of them are very indications of lifestyle. So please be aware of that. Prepare your client for those tests. Blood and urine tests, they need to be fasting at least 12 hours before that test, and they need to drink plenty of fluids, just like you would any test that you go in for the doctor's exam. So those are the type of information going on there. Those are the 2 new areas. Term GUL quote engine has not changed. It's a formed fit in and get pricing comparison with all our companies. Enter Health Profile also has some information in there to help you address underwriting needs. You can customize it to just your carriers or one carrier, and the desired length you can do multiple and compare all at once. So if you need, we don't have time today to go through one, but if you need information and training on that, please get a hold of us at Premier Life and Annuities. One of your life marketers would gladly go through that. Again, forms, get the PDF, download PDF forms. Also, it is a convenient way to go back to e-apps and start an e-app, or go back and check on e-apps that you've stored and see if your client has signed it and returned it. Carriers, again, we have over 30 carriers with the different types of products in each product area. This is a convenient list to review that and see who will be the carrier you want to appoint with and which products they have available. With that, I think, thank you. We've have plenty of new tools here to help you sell life insurance. We also have information here for you to download. We will be happy at Premier Life and Annuities. Call us with questions. Call us if you want a personalized training, how to use this, how to interpret it. And with these tools and the new tools we'll be adding in the future, we hope to assist you in getting that 75% placement ratio that makes you a much better life insurance company. Let me see if there's any questions with that. I don't see anything right now. Nothing in the chat if you do have. So any future questions? This webinar has been recorded. We will have it available also on our webpage in the YouTube section. So I'd like to thank you for attending. This is Mark Landholm, and if you have any questions, please call your life insurance marketing team at Premier Companies. That phone number is 800-365-8208. Thank you for attending.